Hello, we're back and we're going to be talking about, I should have had this ready, but I didn't, Rebirth of Mothra. We're here for number 2, which is the second one. It's the second of this trilogy, which, yeah, they gave their own set for. Weirdly, I don't know what it is, I actually really like this trilogy. I don't know if it's weird that it's just not talked about as much. Maybe just because it's not got the big G. Yeah, Big G's not in it, so no one really ever talked about it. Everyone maybe skipped this one because the whole trilogy, overall, I'm gonna say it's pretty good. Like, it hits a high batting average. Obviously, the only thing I think going against it for some people might be the fact it's very kid focused. As the main characters are generally kids. It's like, okay, that might be problematic for some people. They may be like, oh, I don't give a shit about kids, which fair, but still is that's fine. Yeah, we get like Mothra's back. Mothra doesn't die in this film, spoilers. Which I was kind of like, oh, they're gonna like kill Mothra each movie, and I'm like, oh, I really hope they don't do that. And they didn't do that, which is kind of shocking. So this movie is basically more sea focused. Is the best way of describing it. We have a kind of new kaiju that's meh, kind of almost not there a lot of times. I mean, it's like kind of like. I think that's maybe the only weakness of the movie is I just don't. Was it Dagira? I'm just like, like, because most of the time Mothra is basically had been attacked by like all these tiny little ass starfishes, kind of similar to. Actually, weirdly, yeah, this kind of mirrors the Gamera trilogy, where Gamera gets all the insects on him during the second movie in his trilogy. When did Gamera 2 come out? A year before. Okay, so Gamera did it first. But just it's one of those things where he's covered in starfishes, and you're like, oh, he's been Detective Mothra's kind of out of it for a lot of it. And basically you have the same kids from the first movie, I believe, from what I can see. What I can see on Wikipedia. So it's hard to tell where the kids like go shoot up like crazy. He's like, oh, are they? I think it's a couple of the same kids, and you have the basically the kind of Mothra. I say twins again. They're not really twins. They're just kind of sisters. This time we have like Gorgo, not Gorgo from the movie. Gorgo, the weird little Furby-ass creature, which apparently, I was researching it, came out a year before Furby. Obviously, probably Furby was already in production at that point, but I'm just like, did you guys get any influence from this? No, maybe? Probably not, but it's one of those weird coincidences. You're like, that looks very familiar. That looks awfully familiar there. Yeah. So we have the little Gorgo who's there from this. So it's like an ancient civilization that created Gorgo, I think also created the Kaiju as well. Because of course they fucking did. What is it with these ancient civilizations that create an evil kaiju that kills them? I feel like this is almost a trope of, yeah, we created a kaiju, it killed us all. Yeah, but we also created something to try and stop it. So yeah. And ultimately, go to this temple. There's mostly a lot of times there's shenanigans going on. You have the same evil kind of Mothra sister who's there, but this time she kind of has 2 minions who are just kind of also there. To just be like, well, shenanigans. I don't know. It is one of those things sort of like, why are you guys here? It's like, oh, well, we're here to do shenanigans. It's like, oh, okay. Fair enough, you're here to do shenanigans. Got it. Here to do shenanigans. But ultimately, yeah, the Gorgo is a creature that is some kind of, basically it becomes a power-up for Mothra, really. From this ancient civilization once they finally unlock it. Because it's like a hologram of the old princess from this civilization. It was like, yeah, I created this because it was the last thing we did before we all died. And yeah, created this. The Gorgo, I think either fuses or just transfers energy to Mothra Leo, who gets like this badass power up and comes like Sea Mothra or Aqua Mothra, because Mothra already gets like this kind of cool rainbow ass color in this movie, and it's not, and it's missing from the next film, which it saddens me because I really like the Mothra, Rainbow Mothra. I like Pride Mothra. Pride Mothra's best. Mothra, I'm just saying. Mothra in this movie is the best looking Mothra from any movie. That's all I say about that. I honestly think I like this movie Mothra more. But yeah, Mothra gets a fucking power up and becomes Aqua Mothra. Aqua Mothra. To basically destroy this evil creature. Which, yeah, looks so cool. It's this cool ass transformation and just I do like Aqua Mothra. I like Rainbow Mothra. Mothra looks great. This film is honestly fun, and like I said, I think this is one of the this is a strong ass trilogy. I think kaiju films were just doing some of the best stuff during the 90s. You look at Godzilla Heisei, the Godzilla era, like especially the later like Godzilla movies. They're like, I mean, obviously Biollante is one of the best, even though it's got some weird bullshit. But yeah, Godzilla was doing great in the 90s. Gamera was doing great in the 90s. Mothra was doing great in the 90s. It's just like, holy shit. The only thing who wasn't doing great was the Americans trying to do Godzilla. But that did get the Japanese to then go, well, we're going to bring back Godzilla in the end of the 90s. So, it swings and roundabouts. Yeah, I think this might be my favorite one of the trilogy. Yeah, I think it might be. I think it feels a little bit more cohesive as a plot, and a little bit easier to follow, because there's some madness in the next movie, which we'll get to. But yeah, there's this movie. I think it is one of the best ones. I was like a great Mothra film, a great film overall, and a part of a really good trilogy of films. I was not expecting us going into this trilogy. I was like, well, this will be fun. It'll be fun to see some Mothra. We'll see Mothra, and it'll be cool. But we have no idea what's going to go on. But yeah, no. And we also get Mothra's theme. Which, I love. Anytime I hear Mosura, yeah, Mosura. I don't know the words because it's all sung in Japanese and I haven't memorized those parts. I just know it's Mosura rather than Mothra. But yeah, I think that's enough rambling from me. So I'm gonna sign off. And we'll have to talk about Mothra, Rebirth of Mothra 3 next time. For now, I say, live long and prosper, and hopefully I'll see you on the next video. Bye.